Hey guys, Andrew with Prime Medical Training. Today we're going to be talking about 4 different ways that you can give rescue breaths to a person. Now, rescue breaths are when somebody needs assistance with ventilation. So it's not that they're not breathing at all, it's just that their breathing is depressed and so it's not adequate to support life. The reason for assisted ventilations is because without adequate oxygenation, your brain loses 10% every minute that it goes without that oxygenation. And so there are 4 different ways that we can do this. The first way is mouth to mouth, and that's probably something that everybody has seen and heard of, where you're going to pinch the nose, you're going to tilt the head back to open the airway, and then you're going to give breaths mouth to mouth, and looking for, out of the corner of your eye, we're looking for chest rise, and as soon as you see any kind of chest rise, we'll stop and then give a second breath. And you're supposed to give breaths one breath every 5 to 6 seconds. For infants and children, you're looking at 1 breath every 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, so mouth to mouth, if you don't have anything, that's what you can do. Don't recommend it if it's somebody that you don't know, because there's obviously potential of communicable diseases and things like that. So the next best thing that you can use is going to be a pocket mask. And pocket masks often come in these little hard case containers. You'll just usually have to pop them up. They'll have a valve, and the valve prevents any kind of secretions or bodily fluids from coming back up. So you can blow in, but nothing can come out. And you'll take this narrow part of the mask, you place it on the bridge of the nose, pushing down. I usually take my index and thumb finger and push down on all 4 corners of the mask, and then I'll take my other 3 fingers and I grab the forehead, grab the chin, tilt back, and again we're going to blow, and we're looking for chest rise. As soon as we see chest rise, we're going to stop. We don't want to overinflate or over-oxygenate. And the same rate is going to be 1 breath every 5 to 6 for an adult, 1 breath every 2 to 3 for children. The next step up that you're not going to usually see or have access to unless you work in a healthcare setting is a bag mask device. Bag, mask, and it can actually connect to oxygen, and so you can give a higher concentration of oxygen. It also gives you a little bit more space from the patient. So this is going to be done at the head of the patient, not from the side. You're going to do the same thing. Bridge of the nose goes to the narrow part of the mask, and then you're going to grab your hand, cup it all the way around the face and the mask, tilting the head back, giving a breath, and we're looking for chest rise. On these bags, usually half a squeeze of the bag is all that you're going to need to use to get sufficient chest rise. Beyond that, if you were to squeeze down fully, again, we're over-oxygenating and hyperventilating our patients. The last thing that you're going to use for assisted ventilations, and this is going to be probably more in a hospital setting. Sometimes paramedics will use it in their ambulance, but it's an advanced airway, and there's several types of advanced airways out there. You have this one here is probably like the king of advanced airways. It's an ET tube or endotracheal tube. This one here is very popular currently. It's a eye gel. And so either one of these can go into the mouth. It gives you a little bit more of a direct airway into the trachea, as opposed to when you're just breathing with a bag, air's going in, a little bit's going into the stomach, a little bit's going into the lungs. But when you use one of these, it really isolates the airflow directly into the lungs, and so you can use that as well. You usually go, once you have it in and you've intubated the person, you can place this bag and continue to ventilate. And same principle, it's 1 breath every 5 to 6 seconds. So we're only doing about half a squeeze of the bag or until we see chest rise. I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have any particular devices that you're partial to or that I haven't mentioned, please feel free to recommend those, and we'll talk to you soon.